I'm talented. I can sing hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, you know I can sing because you watch me anally. You focus on me quite pedantically. I'm also quite poetic. I'm quite lyrical. I'm very talented in very many ways. If I were to have children, they would likely become just like me. Especially considering I would unlikely marry some boring dude that can't slay artistically too. Yeah. So our kids will be just like us. Yeah, we're marrying any of these crazy creeps that are looking at me. I'm marrying a guy on. But anyway, let's get past that point. Because of the way that I am, it's likely true that my children will also be like me. So I have a fear that my kids are not going to be like their mom. In that, we get that I can sing, but my gift is not yours, Satan. We get that I can speak, I can spit lyrics, I can rhyme, but my gift is not yours, Satan. I'm quite resolved on my spiritual gifting. I'm quite resolved on my talents. That they are Jesus's. Hello. I'm very resolved with that being a reality. But kids, you know, they could go either way. I made choices that are very different from those of my parents. Like, hey, you don't know how this thing's gonna give. You teach people, you try to raise them up in the right way, and then they just go choo 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 choo, and they just jobella on you like a lizard in the crack of a wall. So I have fears that being as talented as I am, that my kids, upon inheriting my gifts, will one day just knock on the door of the freaking entertainment industry and decide to be artists, decide to be musicians, actors, actresses, decide to be comedians. They will decide that because they've got a funny bone, they're gonna go and make themselves like Trevor Noah. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm worried about that because I don't want my children growing up with basically musical talents, artistic talents, all different kinds of talents the devil likes to pounce on. And then instead of being content with just having a YouTube channel doing covers, instead of being content with just singing in your church, instead of being content with being independent or even underground, so you can stay pure, then getting lured and taken away with a carrot to join an entertainment industry that's going to demand that they do satanic rituals just to be who they are, just to be singers, just to be dancers, just to be whoever they are. They, right next to their spirit, that their giftedness from God, have to also be the most diabolical people on the planet that are harassing the living daylights out of everyone that doesn't want to be a little witch. Do you understand what I'm saying? I fear that given that I'm as talented as I am, that my kids will end up being as talented as me and then end up in the entertainment industry. And then my sons are going to turn gay, my daughters are going to turn lesbian, and they're all just going to be into witchcraft, having a godly mom. That's why I'm not marrying any of you. Let's